everyone. Welcome to Five Things. I'm your host, Andrea Marston. I'm here on Bad Dog TV. What an amazing place to be. Welcome. If you haven't yet, I hope you're subscribing and smashing that like button. Pew, pew, pew. Because this is an amazing... Thank you, Connor Lowe. Connor's in the booth. Everything's going to be okay if Connor's there. Thank goodness. Welcome. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm coming to you with a different vibe. Last week I was very business, I would say, and this week I'm coming with you. I have an Adidas tracksuit jacket on. Yes, it is Adidas. You know, I'm also wearing Fenty for Coko. I'm wearing fun ant glasses and a Funkle sweater. It's a Hawaiian shirt with some flamingos on it. Because honestly, I needed to be a little... I came with anxiety last week. And today I'm following the fun because that's what we do in improv. Hey, improv, that's what this show is based off of. It's off of an improv game called Five Things that we do to warm up in an improv class. So we have a little song, and I don't think I sang the song last week, so I'm gonna sing the song. It goes a little something like this. It goes, 5 things. No, that's the remix. It's 5 things. 5 Thanks, Connor. Maybe I'll bring the remix back. Oh, the horn is being weird, or my internet's being weird. Either way, the horn is stalling. Great. So it's 5 things. 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, 5 things. And then I give you a theme. You give me some answers. You learn improv. You become an addict of improv. You have a tattoo on your wrist that says yes and you're in the cult forever. Wah, wah, wah. In the cult. Smash that like button. Smash it! It's just a whole episode of me talking like a wrestler in the beginning of a wrestling show. Coko, I'm pitching a new show idea. No, that's not what we're doing here. We have an amazing guest. But before we get to that amazing guest, I thought it'd be fun to talk about like 5 fun facts that I looked up on my lunch break about the number 5. And I hope I remember right now because I didn't write them down. Okay, so here is the first thing I found about, like, it's obvious. Our body is like all about the number 5. We've got 5 fingers, 5 toes, and 5 senses. And because of that, thing number 2 about the number 5 is that Plato and biblical commenters said that the number 5 was evil because the devil could seduce your 5 senses. I remember that pretty good. Put me in your sketch comedy projects. Number 3. Now I've jinxed myself. No, number 3, I remember. It's the Mayans. See, the Mayans agree with me when I think that this show is perfect and graceful because that's what they think of the number 5. They think the number 5 is the number of perfection and grace. As am I. Okay. I'm not selling it, but I am. Perfect and graceful. You should see me on skates. It's not good. Okay, great. Next. Oh, I know this one. I thought of this. I didn't think of this, but the Olympics is maybe the Olympics is happening, and the Olympics has 5 circles. And apparently those were about, it was created in 1913. Remembered it. 1913. And it was based off the 5 continents. Because like how the 5 senses wasn't considering the 6th sense of ghosts. The Olympics wasn't considering the 6th continent of Antarctica, the ghost continent. My glasses are fogged up. I'm really excited because the 5th thing is a personal thing about me, about the number 5, because it's like relevant to what's happened to me today. The first time I ever tried to cut my own hair was the summer before grade 5, and it was a huge mistake. And I should have brought the picture to share with you on the show, but since this is also a podcast, let me describe the picture to you. I have a very unfortunate mushroom cut. I had to take my glasses off. I don't like look how I look without my glasses. I don't love. Picture me without my glasses, mushroom cut, and I look like this. I look really miserable. Yes, please look up Connor Lowe on Google, looking up bad haircuts. Honestly, it happened again and again because I never learned my lesson after that. And including today, I went live on Instagram and I cut my own bangs and I made the longer pieces shorter than the rest of it now. So I would say I didn't make things worse, but I did not make them better. The Andrea Marston way. Horrific. So those my facts about the number 5. Honestly, enough of me because I need lessons on how to be cool, how to have like the perfect voice, the perfect rhythm to do music. My guest today is a Dora nominated and Juno nominated musician, comedian, and also an amazing visual artist. I'm so excited to have Fat Al come out. Can we get Fat Al up in here?
Hello.
Hi. Welcome, Fat Al. You can follow Fat Al at Fat Al 3000 on all the socials.
Spelled PHATTAL.
Yes. You know what? That's such a great way to segue into my first question, Fat Al. I want to know about your name. I've heard it before, but I love it, and I want more detail. I want the story. I want to know the name. Tell me about your name. Thing one.
Fat Al, capital P, capital H, capital A, capital T, lowercase a-l. It is an acronym for people having a terrific time always. And I named myself Fat Al in high school when everybody started calling me Tiny. And I was like, oh, you want to be ironic? No, I'm going to find a name for myself. And when you find a name for yourself, it's always strange because people don't want to call you the name you've said to call. Like, it's my name. I've made this up for myself. And they're like, you just made up your name for yourself. I'm not calling you that. Like, I want to call you what everybody else wants to call you. So it's always interesting. And I had to find a way to get people who weren't calling me Fat Al because they didn't know me as Fat Al and didn't want to call me Fat Al because they knew I'd made that name up for myself. I had to find a way to almost shame them into calling me Fat Al. And this was around the time when I was in high school and first started like going out to clubs and stuff. So everybody I would meet at like a club or something like that, I would introduce myself as Fat Al and they'd be like, Fat Al, all right, cool. So when we would go out to clubs, like more and more people at the clubs would be like, Fat Al. And then my friends around me would look like, Hey, Fat Al. So they capitulated to the crowd. Yes, I used peer pressure in high school to have my name cemented as Fat Al.
But you also like took empowerment of your name. I love that backstory. That's like, I was bullied. I had a lot of nicknames for me. I will not name them on this show and give those bullies any satisfaction. But I love the like empowerment of like naming yourself and then making it stick. Oh, that's a badass move. That's a really badass move.
It's weird how much people try to take your power and assume that they have the right to do that. It's such a weird animal. And yes, when you are newly born, freshly minted into the world, you don't have the ability to be like, I don't want that to be my name. You take the name you're given. But at some point, you're able to take that power back. And I'm surprised more people don't. I'm surprised, by 18, people aren't like, here's my real name. Like, here's what I want you to call me. I think part of it is like, well, I don't want my parents to feel bad because the name that they gave me, it meant so much to them. And I'll say, hey, that's great. That's their backstory for your name, but then you've got to use that name for the rest of your life. So I don't know how many people I've met who are like, they'll say their name and they're like, I don't really like it. I'm like, then change it.
Yeah.
do that.
Honestly, Avery Jean Brennan, I love choosing my own name.
Yes.
It is so empowering. And getting to choose your identity and like how you want to be like called upon in this world. That's so empowering.
Yes.
I'm sick of Andrea. I'm going to think of something for later. Speaking of this,
here's something though. if you
Yeah.
change it and then you're like, you can just change it again. Like, you
Yeah.
have the power to change it as many times as you want. That's a pro tip.
Honestly, being an adult is too much power.
It's
Too much power.
I can't handle it. I want to be a kid again.
No.
Make me go to school. Make me go to school.
Oh no. Oh,
I would
I
like to
just
be a
had a
kid
flashback.
again now. I'd like to be a kid again now, like as who
Yeah.
I am, and go back
With your knowledge?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also my physical, my body, everything. Just me going back to grade 9. Like, yo,
You're like, so.
things are different now, folks.
I love that. Yeah. We should make that a movie. Calling Netflix. Amazing.
Back to school.
I think that's never
adults.
been kissed, technically. But
It'll be different when we do.
It'll be different. It'll be better. It'll
Yes.
be more diverse. Am I right?
Yes.
Right?
I heard that. I'm describing right now 2 people of color on screen
Yeah.
for the podcast. Woo! Amazing.
Woo, everybody, thank you. Thank you for concluding that. Great. Thank you so much for telling me that. I've known you for so long, and I've not known that about you. I've not known like the whole story. I knew that I heard your like the breakdown of it, but I never heard the whole story. So that's amazing. Secondly, you have so you're a musician, you're a comedian, you are a visual artist too. I was like admiring your visual art today. It is like next level amazing. And I was just wondering, is there a common thread between like all of your, yes, thank you. Is there a common thread that inspires you about each 3 of those streams, or is it like a different journey for each of them?
I think there is a common thread. I get bored really easily, and in my boredom, I seek knowledge, and I need to know stuff. And then as I go down rabbit holes and learning new things, I start to assume that if it's being done before by humans, I can do it too. So then I just try to increase my knowledge base, which usually comes from creativity and expressing myself. And then I want to get better at it and better at it. And the thing is, in getting better at it, I don't drop what I knew before. So I'm not a person who's like, I need to know that thing over there, so forget about music. Oh, I need to know that thing over there, forget about comedy. I need to, as I learn new things, they all start to come together and coalesce in my mind. And this year has been a real year of growth. I think every 10 years in my life has been this very strange experience where I experience a massive loss, and then in that I start to learn more about something new that I morph into who I am. And this year was definitely it's been a tough year for the world, and everybody has had the tragedies happening to them in various ways, and having to find coping mechanisms. And one of the things that I dabbled in and done for years was visual art, and photography and videography and such. And out of this this year, and it was almost but I also have a year to myself now to study and really focus on things that I like, and be selfish in a way that I haven't been selfish in a very long time. So I leaned into it, and as happens, I stay up for 72 hours on a regular, just absorbing, and then saying let me try it now, let me try it. And so that's just a result of the cumulative effect of creativity and learning new things to try,
Yeah, it's like that. So you have that similar sense of flow and passion about learning. Was it the same kind of feeling in music and when you're doing comedy, and when you're is it that same kind of flow that you have when you're doing your visual art? It was that. Is that the common thread, you'd say?
The strange thing is I just start thinking of how do these things fit together for me, right?
Yeah.
So as a musician, and there are these threads that are so similar in almost every endeavor you do, because you're you and you have certain passions and fears and wants and needs, and so in a weird way you start pulling things in to fit those wants and needs, and you're not even fully like consciously aware of it, but subconsciously you're getting what you need. Right? And so with me, comedy, for example, going into improv sprung from the fact that I was an MC. I am an MC, and I freestyle, and freestyling is, performing your songs without a script, and I wasn't quite sure what improvising was, but in writing and such, I wanted to get better at like just playing with words. And I was told, like, yeah, that's like, stand-up comedy is, writing your own stuff and going over and over, but improvising is like more like freestyle. And so I went into Second City, which is a place I'd driven by a lot, many times. I'd like watch SCTV when I was a kid. I went in there, I didn't know what to expect, and I was like, I want to take one of your classes. I heard it's like freestyling, and then people were like, okay, you mean like what Eminem does? I'm like, well, what Eminem learned to do from other people. You saw 8 Mile and realized rap existed. And so I went in, and the first class was like, whoa, this is like freestyling. Like, you're just making it up? Seriously? And so my mind just started to put the two together, and it was like, this is what I need. This is what I want. I've got to get better at this. And then, for anybody who's ever taken an improv class and just fallen in love and been like, okay, well, this is now what I'm going to do forever.
Yes. You're deeply in the cult now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I've taken all the classes. Yeah. And you've done like such a brilliant job. I wonder if, I'm going to make this my thing 3, because it's going to be a thing. Oh yes. You can take an improv class at baddogtheater.com/education. Both I and Fat Al teach. Are you teaching this?
Yes, I'm actually teaching the voiceover class right now. I've got a great class because I'm the voice of Eggo Waffles in Canada. How do you like your Eggo Waffles? That's me. I'm currently also the voice of OLG in Canada too. And I was the voice of Wendy's. Yes, come through.
I'm going to take that class.
Ryan's in the class.
My dear friend Ryan Sheedy, who's obviously watching the show. While we were like testing our mics and stuff, you were laughing for us, and it was like, I'm like, I feel like I paid to listen to that laugh. Like, that was really good. It was the variety in laughter. Amazing. So take a class with Fat Al or me, and get in the cult. Join the cult. Join us and smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
That's what the rest of the show is, just us doing voices.
And then they just started in voices.
Then it was like 2 hours later. I was gonna ask, you've done a really good job of bringing together your freestyle rap and your improv with with Notorious, and you teach classes as well in like improvised rapping, right? Like you.
Yes,
teach...
I started at Second City with Yes Y'all. And I also teach Check the Rhyme. They're both the same classes at Bad Dog. And for me, it's amazing because my vision for those classes are for people who have never, ever, ever rapped or really done any sort of musical improv at all, to learn how to freestyle. And so it is not for, yes, any musician can take it and such, and any rapper and such, but I really love it when it's a person who's like fairly new to improv. This is the first musical improv class they're taking, and seeing the empowerment of them being like, I like rap music, but there's no way I'm a rapper, and I can't. And by the end, a beat comes on, and they're like, yeah, okay, 1, 2, and now I'm down with it. I'm gonna go rap, and then I'm gonna hit it. I get left to the right, right to the left. Oh, yeah, check it out. I am the best. I'm breathing breath. I got some left. I'm really deaf. Oh, but not deaf like I cannot hear. It's like deaf like I can't see. I don't fear nobody like Daredevil. No, just going.
Oh my God. Everything that you do, I feel like I should pay. Just like talking to you, I feel like I should be paying. Everybody pay. You know how you can pay Fat L and everybody on the Bad Dog Network is go to baddogtheater.com/5things and donate. Donate. Thank you. Air horns.
Do it now.
Air horns. Our friend Ryan Sheedy actually wrote a rap when I was in house school for the group to sing, and I am a musical improviser. Yes, I love musical improv, but something about me cannot rap. And I
bet
I try
to teach you to rap right now.
Oh my God, that's my last question.
Okay.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Okay.
We're saving it for the fight final. Everybody knows that we never. I got to do a Men in Black, like, wipe their brains. Like, boop, boop, you never heard that. Oh, yeah, clear the slate. Because we want to go to number 4. It's this question. You kind of answered it. I know it's like a repetitive question a bit, but I love improv, and I really do want to sell people on the cult. But, like, outside of, like, your artwork, how has improv, like, impacted your life? Like, how has it changed your life? Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, it's a bit deep, actually. You just like, oh my goodness.
I want to make you cry.
I would say that I was a no but person a lot of the time before I started taking improv. And a no but person is not a person with no anus, but a person who says, well, they may have no anus, I don't know. But as a person who says no to a lot of things, usually out of fear that they will fail at it. They won't succeed at it. They won't look good doing it. And you end up missing a lot of opportunities to fail, to make a mistake, to try and do something and not work out the way you thought it was going to work out. But in that, it works out in a different manner that teaches you about yourself and about your capabilities and what you want to do and what you think you're incapable of doing, and then realizing that you are totally capable of doing. But you wouldn't have realized any of this if you just said no. And so I a lot of opportunities that have arisen for me have come from a yes and mindset. And looking back, a lot of opportunities that were presented to me, I said no to because I was like, that ain't me. I'm not gonna be able. Man, nah, man. Right? Like, nah, forget that. Right? I'm too cool to do it. Meanwhile, like, that part of me was like, I really do wish I tried. Right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, and has really become the philosophy of my life. And even in things that have occurred that have been great and then painful, I wouldn't change them because they've made me so much of a better person. And I feel so much joy at the attempt. And that's it for me. Like I just want to try. And so I'm constantly trying new things.
Yeah, I really love. I also was a no but person before improv, and then I got into it, and yeah, totally what you're saying. It just like changes. There's just more opportunity. The cameras went off for a second. That's okay, fine. Oh, it happened again. That's a yes and opportunity moment of just anything can happen. Welcome to the intro. That's what I was gonna. Yeah, I think we've like. Improvisers have maybe adapted better to the pandemic than maybe non-improvisers because look at Bad Dog TV. Look at what Coko Galore has created. Literally out of us being stuck at home, we're still doing improv
1,000%.
Because 1,000%, and you're doing visual. Coko Galore. Yeah, just air horns for Coko. Yeah, just the things that. It's just a lot more tenacity I see in improvisers than I see in like non-improvisers. You've done your visual art. You're finding like rabbit holes to go under. So like, yes. What a great reason to take improv, everybody. Take an improv class. I'm going to say 1,000 times, take an improv class like Bad Dog Theater. Join the cult.
Join the cult.
Join the cult.
Join us.
Join us. We will destroy you. Well, no, we won't. No. We're gonna make your life so much better.
What movie is that?
No, everything's gonna be chill. Everything's gonna be cool.
Fine.
We'll be fine. Now's the part of the where I ask you 5 rapid fire questions. You got a little hint of what it might be earlier on if your brain didn't get erased by that Men in Black pen I had. I wanted to ask you, what are your 5 tips on learning how to do improvised rap? If you can do it in 5, we love the number 5 here because we're called 5 things. But five things. Yeah, we love that song. Yeah, we're remixing it. I did promise. I did. Meow. Oh, can we make first? Can we make a cat remix of this 5 things song? Yes.
Air guitar with cat.
Air guitar, yeah. Honestly, get us a record label.
Yes. Do it, Universal.
Call Coko Galore.
Coko Galore.
Coko Galore. Oh, more. Yeah, thank you. Let's call them Coko Galore horns.
Yes. Glorious.
Glorious horns. Okay, so what are your five tips for me? I'm bad. Because I can hold a note, and with musical improv, when you're holding a note, I feel like you have more time to think, whereas rap's happening fast.
Yes.
So,
yes. And so because of that, number 1, trust your gut. Right? Don't second guess yourself. Just like when you're stepping into an improv scene, right? Okay. When you're watching an improv scene and somebody is about to step in and they do the fake out and then they step back and question themselves, but the audience's eyes go right to that person, like, okay, what did you have? What was it? Do it. Please step in. Please, I don't care about the scene anymore. I want to see you. Ooh, that fabulous idea. Please, now I'm glued to you. We tell improvisers, just do it. Walk in, follow your gut, follow through with those leg muscles, and just da. Here's my idea, right? So just trusting that the fact that you are able to communicate in whatever way you can communicate, your brain can move that fast. And you can trust that your brain has your back, right? So that's number 1. Just trust your instinct.
Trust my brain.
Yes, trust.
Trust my brain.
Okay, brain. I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Okay, here we go, brain. Okay. Number 1, trust your instinct. Number 2.
Number 2, swag. Right? When we are improvising, we are experts at everything. Right? I don't know. Yes. I do. Right? Yes. You've never seen a rapper step on stage and be like, So I wrote this rap song. It's not very good. Anyway, if the DJ wants to play it, he can. But I don't know. I don't. Right? A rapper comes on. It's like, yes, I wrote this song. It's the baddest. Yeah, with you. Oh man, hit song. Right? So think of the most swagalicious moment in your life and emulate that when you've stepped on stage to rap. Yes. Number 3.
So instinct, swag. Okay.
Yes, instinct, swag. Number 3, listen to the music. Don't start rapping before you can hear the beat. And so you will intrinsically hear the beat. And we pretty much all over the world, we've listened to pop music as we've grown up. It's very rare that you will meet somebody who has never heard of Britney Spears or Michael Jackson or Madonna, right? Like, they're just ubiquitous artists around the world. They're played around the world. And so what has developed is a time signature that has been kind of like, this is a standard pop time signature. And even though people who are like, I don't know what time signature is, you do, because you've heard it your whole life. It's a 4/4 time signature. 1 2 3 4, 2 2 3 4, 3 2 3 4, 4 2 3 4, and all it is just and we
Okay.
And this is it. This is just like and this is kind of a 4. This is called a 4 on the floor, and we are so used to this, right? This is like when you walk into a club and it's like, right? I just hear this music. So allow yourself to hear the music and let your body just do the moving to the music, and your body will keep the time, right? You're just literally just kind of, it's like bopping your head to the music. You go to a hip hop club, a lot of people be like, I'm not dancing, and you see them just nodding their head to the music. They're keeping time. They're not even aware of how musical they're being, because they're just keeping time to the music. And this keeping time physically allows you to be on beat.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So we got trust your instincts. We got swag. We got don't start rapping until you hear the music, so you get the rhythm of the music. What's your number 4 for us?
Number 4 is visualize. Visualize what you're talking about, right?
Okay.
Visualize. If you think of a rainbow, what does the rainbow look like? How could you describe that rainbow? I walk into a club. What's in this club? Where's the club located? Who's in the club? Oh, what kind of drinks are they serving at the club? What does the bartender or bartenders look like? What was the bouncer experience like standing in the club? I have to go to the bathroom in the club. What kind of bathroom do they have in this club? Oh my goodness, are the stalls dirty or are they clean? The toilets, everything that you can describe, getting really specific. And just like in any improv scene, the more specific you can be, A, the funnier it's going to be, and B, the more your scene partner can visualize, and the audience can be there with you. The more specific you are in describing what you see.
What club has? I can name a few that don't. I'm not gonna
Google. What club has the cleanest bathroom?
Yeah, Connor's pulling up the cleanest bathrooms in Toronto. Not even near us, I guess.
Woodbridge. I think we have to go.
We have to leave Toronto to.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I've been to some Toronto clubs with the bathroom was like, could you just put an outhouse in here? Because it would be cleaner. So yes, being able to visualize it so that you can describe it, right? Okay. The more opaque we are, the less the audience can latch onto it, and therefore the less we can be have our stakes and invested into it, right? If you hear a really good song, the song will have a lot of descriptive narrative to that song, and it'll draw you into where the author of the song wants you to be. So you, as the author of this song, you want to be able to draw your audience in and have more things to reference.
Okay, 100,000 people should be listening to this podcast / watching this video, because this is hot info. We got trust your instincts. We got swag. We got wait for the beat. We got visualize and be specific. Yes. I am learning, honestly, so much. I am learning so much. I'm terrified to try it, but we're getting there, aren't we? Because we're at number 5.
We are at number 5. Five.
I love that's such a good sound effect. Honestly, yes. Way to go, Connor.
I'd like to know what is actually falling down in that sound effect, but
it's fate.
Yeah, fate falls down.
Fate falls down.
Great. Number 5. Everybody can rhyme. And this is something where people are like, ugh, I don't want to be a rapper, but I can't rhyme. Well, we are on 5 things right now, and I'm about to prove to you that everybody can rhyme.
Okay.
Andrea, give me 5 words that rhyme with cat.
Cat. Oh, fat, sat, rat, mat, bat.
Wonderful. And now, combining everything that I've just taught you, believing in yourself, trusting your instincts, visualizing, right? Now, I'm going to give you 2 words, and you're just going to give me 2 sentences that end with these 2 rhyming words. Okay?
Okay.
So the 2 rhyming words are cool and fool. So just give me 2 sentences that end in the word cool and then fool.
Cool. Okay. I was walking outside and it was kind of cool. Should have bought my jacket. Damn, what a fool.
Great. Now I want you to bop your head to the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And when you do it again, you're gonna do it to the rhythm that you set for yourself, and the exact same sentences.
Okay. I was walking outside and it was kind of cool. Forgot my jacket. What a fool. Oh, that was just cooler instantly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was doing it right or anything.
It was. because you had swag on that. You put some mayonnaise on that.
I did. I put mayo. Like it was garlic. It was a garlic aioli. I think.
Yes.
That I put.
you visualized it, right? And so all you're doing when you're rapping are taking two words.
Yeah.
And coming up with sentences for those two words, right? So you had ool sounding words. Then if you took at sounding words, right? So let's have our ool sounding words. Okay. And now I want you to come up with your own two words that rhyme with cat. Okay, two words that rhyme with cat. And so you'll give me those two sentences with the ool sounding words as close to what you can remember. And then you're going to give me two different sentences with at rhyming words. Okay?
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
And just nodding your head to it while you do it.
All right, here I go with that garlic aioli swag. Okay, here I go. Walking outside and it was kind of cool. Forgot my jacket. What a fool. Going to the park to oh no!
Swag.
So, yeah, going to the park to swing a bat. Hope I don't hit a flying cat.
Good. Yeah. Right. So
I did the thing. You're right. Thank you for calling me out on like just carrying out the swag. Like honestly, working on it now. If you want to life coach me, let's talk after.
I'll life coach you, and then you life coach me. That's okay. Let's go back and forth on this life coaching. But as you can see, now all you do really. All you need is one word for each two lines, right? Yeah. So if you were like cat, you're doing 5 things automatically. And this is where the training comes in. So you come in and you take check the rhyme with Fat Al, and I help you to hone this. But if you could go forever now, because you'd say. I went outside. It was really cool. Forgot my jacket. Damn, such a fool. Went down to the park with the baseball bat. I was swinging them at all these cats, right?
Oh and so that was what? That was like sriracha mixed in with garlic aioli to make a spicy sandwich.
But it was your rhyme. It was your rhyme, right?
Okay, I'll write for you.
Written by Andrea, performed by Al. Yes, we're a duo, and we like coach each other.
New duo. This is how improv works. Improv works. You talk to anybody, you're like, new duo. We're a duo now.
New duo. We're here. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
And then we broke up. But we're back together again. And so, literally, and these are just one syllable words, right? Where we start to break it out is where we start to have like 2-3 syllable words. We start to get really complex. But really, it all comes down to the fundamental. A 1 syllable word that our brain can break into 5 things. And then slowly what we do is we start to house those 5 things right back here. And it's like I have access to my 5 words over here. And all I'm doing is allowing myself to trust my instincts and allowing my brain to do what it does when I speak, right? Because very, very rarely are you speaking about something and you're like, I am trying to get to the end of my sentence. So you're like, I'm trying to get to the end of my sentence. Gotta get out of here, right? So just trusting that sentence will end with that word that you're holding on to. Yeah. And you'll see it happening, right? And so I'm going to give you a little bit. Oh
my gosh!
One more tidbit of a test. Okay?
My glasses are foggy. My glasses are foggy, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
My eyes.
I'm ready.
And so, this is where you trust your instinct, and you believe in yourself. You know that you can come up with 5 rhyming words, so you don't even have to come up with 5 rhyming words. Okay? You just have to come up with 1 rhyming word to each word that I give to you. Okay. So we're gonna do this without a beat. You're just literally going to be speaking this out. And so I want you to start rhyming. With 1 word, right? I'm gonna throw up a word, and you just start coming up with rhymes. I'll throw in a new word, and then you switch to rhyming to that word. Okay. So take it easy, nice and slow. Don't go too fast, but confidently, right? But confidently.
Here comes that famous Andrea confidence.
Yes. The swag, Andrea swag, the aioli swag, right?
Aioli swag.
Great. First word is dog.
Fog. frog, log.
So instead of even just coming up with, so see how fast you're coming up with the rhymes? Now just form those into sentences. A dog went outside and was hanging out with a frog who was sitting around on a log, right?
Okay.
Great. All right, so I'm going to throw you a new word.
Okay.
Your new word is big.
Big, pig, sig.
So you're still coming up with the rhymes?
I'm supposed to do the sentences.
The sentences, yeah. You're being advanced here.
I'm just rhyming, honestly.
Yeah, you're like, you know what, Al? Now I'm addicted to rhyming.
Now I'm addicted to rhyming. I'm the new Dr. Seuss of the bad.
All right, here's a new word.
I'm doing this right this time.
Yes, and
I want air horns after this.
Here's a little tip also. If you're kind of like, I'm stuck on and I don't know what word to use, start running through the alphabet in your mind. Now, this is another thing that you will have to practice, but it's kind of like, if I give you the word dog and you're like, oh, what rhymes with dog? A, nothing, og. B, bog. C, cog. D, dog. E, eog. F, fog. Right? So you've got 3 words in there, but just starting to run through the alphabet when you're like, I'm not quite sure if I have the word. But go with your gut. And again, our brains are like really, really fast, right? Like they're faster than we can speak. And they're like, I got the words. Here you go. Trust me. So we're just leaning in. But if you feel like, oh, I'm a bit, I don't have a word, start running through the alphabet. Okay. So here is your new word, bow.
Bow, crow, no.
So
I'm doing the same thing.
You've become an expert at rhyming.
This is going to be an hour-long episode. It's going to be an hour-long episode of me just saying the words that rhyme with no sense. Can I try that again? I would love to try that again.
Yes. Let's do bow.
Bow. Okay. I was walking downstairs, and then I said, no, I have to go outside, you know. I love fall. It's such a ball to crawl in the stall. Being cool, not in school. That's where I drool. Don't be no. I'm not. Don't be no fool. I'm saying fool.
I was like, your brain.
I was pointing out here to no one. There's no one here.
You were talking to yourself and saying, Andrea, don't be no fool. Do this rhyme. You got it. And so you can see, this what I just did with you is actually a very high level exercise, right?
Thank you for saying that.
No, and then we go, Andrea was not high level at all. Oh my goodness, that was the easiest thing I could have ever done. No, but it is, because now it's like, and I'll describe it. I'm rubbing the top of my head and patting my stomach the way I do when I'm hungry. Like, McDonald's. I'll take a Big Mac.
A Big Mac meal, please.
Yeah. You don't have to do that, sir. Like, no, I do. But because you're thinking, right, of the word that you're landing on, formulating the sentence to get there, knowing that you have another word that you have to make a new sentence to after that rhymes, and in comes a whole different word, and it's kind of like, what? I've got to put this over here because I've still got to finish this. Now I can take that word, incorporate it into where I'm going, and then a new word comes in, right?
Yeah.
And so in that, it is high level, but the more that you practice that, the more it becomes easy. That you're like, great, I'm trusting my instincts for the fact that as long as I can tee up a word for my brain will formulate a sentence to get there, right? And our brains are wonderful parts of our anatomy because they regulate us and keep us safe, right? The fight or flight response is strong, right? So we know that, like, we don't have to overthink getting up and opening a door to walk outside, right?
Yeah.
We've done it a million times, and so it's automatic. And so this is just one of those scenarios where the more that you practice it, the more that it becomes like, yeah, I'm almost on autopilot because I trust my brain so much to just, here's the word, brain, go. Here's the word, brain, go. And if you watch Wayne Brady do this, he'll do this on TV and it seems like a magic trick, right?
Honestly, when you do it, it seems like a magic trick. Sometimes I watch you, especially when you're like improvising and like to a specific suggestion. I'm just like, wow. I'm honestly blown away every time I see someone do it as effortlessly as you do it.
Now, listen to what you just said
Yeah.
and apply that to people who've come up to you after a show and said, "I don't know how you just did that." You just they gave a suggestion and then you just started like acting and your character knew where, like, how did you do that? And you're like, well, I practiced it and I yes-and it, right? Fundamentally.
You made it about improv, and now I get it.
Oh, rapping! That's right, Fat. Jay-Z makes it so complicated, but Al, you make it about improv.
Yeah. That was like getting a free masterclass. Thank you so much. Everybody should take classes with Fat Al. He's amazing.
Check it out, my Bad Dog Theater.
Check it out. Yeah, check it out. And follow him on all the socials. You can take an improv class at baddogtheater.com/education. Fat Al, what do you have coming up that you'd like to talk about before we end this show? It's been so lovely to have you on. First of all, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And yeah, please lay down some self-promotion.
Oh, okay. Now the artist in me is like, turn the camera off. I don't want to talk about myself anymore. And so I'm part of the Untitled Black Sketch Project, which is amazing. We have things that we're working on and constantly, but
you're not allowed to say anything about it, and it's very mysterious to me, and I want to know.
A big part of it is like everybody's so talented, so they've got 30 different projects on the go. So I just find it amazing that we are able to meet and get together and come up with stuff. But I love it. And it's been something that has been an island for me in this pandemic. And also it opened up me like starting to explore like my roots a little bit more. So I've been working on doing more reggae, Jamaican type music, actually producing it for myself and performing it. Because a lot of people, it's very funny. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you speak Jamaican?" Oh, yeah, man, I speak Jamaican, fluent Jamaican. Yeah, Jamaican. All right, so everything cool. I'm Chris on Curry, and so I'm starting to really like delve more into that music, the musical side of me, which I for some reason just haven't really explored a lot of. So I'm having fun with that. And then on my Instagram, I'm having a lot of fun starting to merge that with different heroic characters of African descent that I'm coming up with and starting to write around that also. So there's a couple of projects that I'm working on, which again, I feel blessed that I'm like, hey, I'm having fun and I'm being creative. And then somebody's like, so is that a thing? And I'm like, yes, and? And they're like, great. So how do we make this happen? I'm like, let's go. Follow the confidence. I'll go with your brain there, but it's swag. So
swag.
Yeah, I've been lucky to have some opportunities that have arisen around some Black superheroes that I'm working on. So that's
cool.
That's coming too. Yeah, so it's weird how things coalesce. My number one saying is I don't fight the universe, and that's definitely coming from learning to be yes and in nature. The universe provides, it also takes away, and we have to find the balance that it's giving us. And in my life, I've learned that when I fight the universe is like, and the visual is me slapping the back of my hand. And says, slow down. That's not what I had planned for you. This is where you're supposed to go. And me being like, what? Not really? Yes, and I'll do it. And then on the other side of it being like, damn, universe, you know your stuff. So
you know your stuff, universe. You know your stuff.
All right, universe, you've been around longer than me. Fine. All right. So
I'm so excited to see all your upcoming work and like all the cool things. Because honestly, you're one of like my favorite artists out in the community. You are just so dynamic and you have such cool things out there. So everybody check out Fat Al's work. And thank you so much for being a guest on Five Things.
Thanks for having me.
Loved having you on.
We need to freestyle soon.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Honestly, okay. I'm working on it. I will. I'll bring it out. Theater Sports after this. Check it out on Bad Dog TV. Maybe I'll try to rap. Thank you so much for being here, Fat Al. Thanks so much to everybody who's watched 5 Things tonight. Check me out at Pop Goes Andrea on all the socials. Thank you, Connor Lowe in the booth.
Yes.
Thank you, Bad Dog TV and Coko Galore and
Coko
Galore. I'm wearing Fenty today, Coko. Coko, my face is aglow. The visual is my face aglow in Fenty. And I just want to say, please smash that like button because I got to say one more time before we go. Okay. Join us. See you next week for 5 Things. Bye, everyone.
Peace.